When we first saw and heard the new Chora series from Focal, we were pretty impressed, but felt they needed to add a few more models to round out the series for home theater systems and to be able to deliver Dolby Atmos. With the addition of a center channel and new towers with Dolby Atmos elevation speakers built in and an on-wall surround speaker plus a powered subwoofer, Focal has given us all the tools needed to put together some great home theater packages. Plus, with their great audio heritage, they deliver incredible sound for music, making the system not only an awesome home theater solution, but a powerful competitor in the two-channel stereo realm as well. Before we get started, I want to invite you to check out our other videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. On our channel, we showcase the very best of the best when it comes to home audio and home theater equipment, and are always putting out new and exciting content. Now let's dive into the new Chora series from Focal. The Chora series offers 3 cool finish options on all the models except the surround and the subwoofer. First, instead of a basic black, they have a high gloss black option with a gloss black front face. Next, there's a light wood option, and in a touch of style, the face of the speaker is a beige color that complements the light wood. Finally, you'll have what Focal calls a dark wood finish, and with these you'll get a gray face for the front of the speaker. The grills also have some style in that they do not cover the entire speaker, only covering the bass and, if present, the mid-range drivers. These definitely do not look like typical speaker colors, and especially with the grills off can add some style to a room. The new Chora series is packed with a lot of new speaker technology, so we'll first go over what they all share and then get into the differences in the speaker models. All the new Chora speakers share the exact same tweeter, and all of them also use Focal's new Slate driver for the mid-range and woofers. The tweeter used in the Chora is what Focal calls their TNF tweeter. You'll find the same tweeter used in some of their more expensive Focal models as well. Focal has always been an advocate of the inverted dome tweeter design. They have over 20 years of history working on their inverted dome design, and it's really gotten good over time. They started using a material called Poron as a suspension between the dome and its bracket. Poron is a material that has shape memory. Focal found that by using Poron here, they were able to reduce distortion in the 2 to 3K range by a factor of 3. Focal has also invested a lot in improving the waveguide used with the TNF tweeter to provide extremely linear response over a wide area. While the TNF tweeter is pretty cool by itself, the new Slate Fiber driver Focal has come up with for the mid-range and bass drivers is really interesting. Over 20 years ago, Focal started working on cones that use a combination of materials. About 4 years ago, they started working on a combination of carbon fiber and plastics. After much experimentation, they came up with recycled carbon strands held together with a thermoplastic polymer. One unique part about this is instead of weaving the carbon fiber strands, they just had them all going in the same direction with the polymer holding them in place. Due to the random nature of the non-woven fibers, the new material actually looks a lot like slate, thus the name for the new driver. This new slate fiber material is super light yet rigid and highly damped. All great properties for a mid-range or bass speaker driver. And not only do they perform well, they also look really cool, as no two are exactly the same in external appearance. The 806 is the bookshelf model in the series. It uses a 6.5-inch version of the Slate Fiber driver with the TNF tweeter. Focal uses a port on the front side to improve efficiency. The 806 is a pretty good sized bookshelf speaker, being a little over 16 inches tall, around 10 inches deep, and 8 inches wide. Their sensitivity comes in at 89 dB, which is pretty decent for a bookshelf speaker. The top end of this entire series has a very smooth sound, yet with an effortless sense to its extension. Bass response is really good on the bookshelf, reaching down to 49 Hz as its 6 dB down point. Focal makes a specific stand for the 806, which is quite solid and very reasonably priced at $199 a pair. They even tilt the speaker back a bit for better time alignment of the drivers. The 816 is the entry-level floor standing speaker. It uses a 2.5-way design. You'll have the TNF tweeter, a 6.5-inch mid-range bass driver, and a 6.5-inch bass-only driver. In a 2.5-way design, both drivers cover the deep bass to give more surface area, while the lower bass-only driver cuts out at 270 Hz. They stand at about 40 inches tall and 11 inches wide. These will get down lower than the bookshelf with a 6 dB down point of 45 Hz and have a sensitivity of 89.5 dB. Focal includes a cool little bass unit that actually tilts the speaker back at a 15-degree angle to time align the drivers. The 826 is a larger floor stand in the Chora series. You'll find the exact same TNF tweeter paired with a 6.5-inch Slate Fiber mid-range and two 6.5-inch Slate Fiber woofers. Like the other two models, there is a front-firing tune port. These guys have some pretty serious deep bass reaching down to 39 Hz as their 6 dB down point. Sensitivity is also getting into the higher range at 91 dB. While they can reach down pretty deep into the bass range, these are not huge tower speakers, standing at only 41 inches tall at 11 inches wide. Just like the 816, there's a supplied stand that tilts the speaker back about 15 degrees to time align the drivers. This speaker has a sweet extended top end with a warmth to the bass that makes listening a lot of fun. We really think for the extra money, you should get these over the 816. They're almost the exact same size and to our ears sounded more alive. Those cover the three models aimed at either two-channel stereo or home theater. The remaining models allow you to take these great audio speakers and put together a perfectly matched home theater system. The 826D gives you the exact same sonic presentation as the 826 with the addition of a top-firing Dolby Atmos speaker. On the top of the speaker, you'll notice an oval grill cloth. This has a 5-inch full-range speaker driver slate cone with an aluminum magnesium dome. It's angled to bounce those Dolby Atmos effects off the ceiling. This is a great solution for most rooms as it keeps you from having to run wires in your ceiling and add another pair of speakers for Dolby Atmos. The Chora center channel uses a TNF tweeter and two of the 6.5-inch Slate Fiber mid-range mid-bass drivers. This is a fairly large center channel at 8.5 inches tall and over 20 inches wide. The center comes with a cabinet stand that will tip it up to both time alignment and better aim it to your ears if it's on a low cabinet unit. The Chora Surround is really cool. It has an angled cabinet with a magnetic grille to hide the same 6.5-inch Slate Fiber mid-range mid-bass drivers with the TNF tweeter. Figuring out how to mount these for your surrounds is a snap. You attach a small bracket to the wall, and the screws for this bracket actually line up to be the exact height of the tweeter, which normally would be close to your ear level. Then you just put some little feet on the speaker, connect the cable, and pop it onto the bracket. If you wish a more custom look, you could snake the speaker wire down inside your wall. The fact that the surround speakers have the exact same speaker drivers as your mains and center is really awesome. At Audio Advice, we always felt if a speaker system sounded good on music and it's capable of reproducing great dynamics, it's also going to be a winner in the home theater world. We brought out a pair of the 826s for testing and set them up on a Cambridge stack to run through some of our favorite music demo material. We did our testing with Tidal streaming from the Azure 851N and queued up Bird on a Wire from Jennifer Warrens. Her voice was dead center and on top of the musical instruments, and the percussion was super quick with tons of fast impact. What was really interesting to us was how well the 826 imaged. Just for grins, we switched over to a more expensive speaker that happened to be sitting right next to them in our demo room. They sounded collapsed and flat in comparison. After rocking out to Bird on a Wire, we dialed the volume back for a more laid-back song to see how they performed at low volume levels. We started up the Power of Two by the Indigo Girls from 1200 Curfews. On a lot of speakers, the soundstage will collapse at low levels, but this was not happening here. The harmonics, the vocal harmonies were very clear with good separation, and the guitars had a great delicate sound. If the 826 is any indication of how the rest of the speakers sound, Focal has a real winner with this new lineup. The soundstage and dynamics they present will make home theater a lot of fun with big room-filling dynamic sound. You'll want a good home theater receiver with some power reserve to bring out the best of them though. So don't scrimp on your power if you go with these. And to top things off, they just look really cool with better style than most speakers around. If you have any questions on any of these speakers or any other home audio or home theater gear, be sure to give us a call, chat with one of our experts at audioadvice.com, or stop into one of our Raleigh or Charlotte, North Carolina showrooms. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and again, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great home audio and home theater content. We'll see you next time.